I've just arrived at the British car auctions in Brighouse in West Yorkshire to pick up a 2017 Toyota Rav4. Here's how I got here. I headed out to my local bus stop on Brent Street in northwest London, catching the following bus at 10:02 a.m.
83 to Golders Green.
The weather was awful, which is kind of typical. And at 10:14, I arrived at Golders Green Station, which is on the Northern Line, to catch my 10:46 train leaving from King's Cross, St Pancras. I went through the ticketing hall and headed to platform 5. And I stopped recording when I realized the camera was filming a lady's bottom. At 10:18, my train via Bank pulled up into the station. I was mindful to mind the gap. And I arrived at King's Cross Station at 10:33, giving me 13 minutes to get to my train from St Pancras. When I saw how long the escalator is, and knowing how far I had to walk, I thought, sod this, and legged it up the escalator and ran towards St Pancras. When I finally arrived at St Pancras, struggling to catch my breath, I discovered surprisingly, that my train was delayed by 24 minutes. So I decided to get a coffee. I saw the queue at Costa and thought, hell no, and headed to Starbucks instead, and gave the name Charles simply because I couldn't be asked spelling out Sholly, S-H-O-L-L-Y. Thank you. And by the way, if you haven't yet done so, I would love it if you subscribed. Thank you and welcome to my channel. I had a bit more time to kill, so I thought, blimey, let's go check out platform 9 3/4. Obviously, this doesn't exist. So I headed to platform 1, boarded my train, and found myself once again filming an old lady's bottom. So I stopped filming. My train finally pulled out at 11:10 with the sun breaking through the clouds. But after a little while, the clouds started building up, and it didn't take long for the rain to start coming down. It then started absolutely ploching, and after a little while, the sun came out again. I arrived at a windy Brighouse station at 1:49 p.m. Ordered an Uber for the short 5-minute drive to the auction house. Good afternoon, sir. Yes, I'm good, thank you. How are you, my friend?
Very well, thank you, sir. How are you?
Great. Where are we going?
You are going to BCF Brighouse.
Yeah, let's go. Cheers. Right, it's my first time here, and let's go into the reception to pick up the car. Right, what happened was the reception was this tiny room and packed with people collecting cars. There was no way to get everyone's permission to record, so we pick up once I collected keys, went over to the collection point, and my car is about to come through the gate, annoyingly only once the gate is fully opened. Right, I've just had to get out of there because it was so busy, so noisy, windy and awful. But here it is, this Toyota Rav4, check it out. It's in absolute beautiful condition. Now, I gotta be honest with you, I haven't yet looked at the car, I haven't gone through it. I've just driven around the block, so we're gonna do like a first impression kind of thing, a first impression review. We'll look through the features of the car and see what it's got. And we'll start, I guess, with the boot. It probably has, yes, it does have it, automated opening, electronically operated. It is a little bit slow. I did read up about this on one of the reviews. It opens up very slowly, but looking inside, it's not too bad. It's got these nice rubber mats. It is a very, very big space back here. This has only got 4 seats. We got storage underneath. We got this kind of net storage thing, which is interesting. You could, I guess, put light things in there. And there's a parcel shelf, which I believe fits underneath somewhere. Yeah, there's a space for the parcel shelf. But the boot is very big. I did see on other reviews that you can't put down the seats from the boot, so you got to actually go around to each side and put the seats down. There are tether points, tie down hooks, other kind of hooks, I guess, for your shopping. There's a light in here. And something that surprised me when I picked up this car is it's got leather seats. And another thing that surprised me a little bit, when I turn around just to look in the back, there is loads and loads of space back here. There's loads of space. I mean, my driver's seat is actually a little bit further back because I'm filming. So let's go around on the other side where the passenger seat would be in my normal driving seat position. Right, let's get in the car. Hey, how's it going, mate? Oh, there's so much space in here. Look at this. Look how I'm sitting. Excuse my fat stomach, don't look at that. But I'm sitting like a king. The seats are far, they feel like they're reclined. I'm gonna check in a minute if they are, but look at this, it's leather seats. We got ISOFIX points. Is this an armrest? It's an armrest with a couple of cup holders in there as well. Okay, it's a little bit dirty, the car. It does need a clean. It does have electric rear windows, nice big cup holder over there. Wow, it feels very, very good back here. There's a little damage on the roof here. I guess they'll have to fix it. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. It doesn't really matter, but let's check out the seats, see how they fold. As I said, it's literally first impression. It's my first time getting in this car. Let's see if we can figure this out. There it is, down here. Right, it's down here. They come forward. They go all the way flat. Oh, isn't that good? Oh, I see what's going on here. Okay, I need my other hand here. My apologies. Yeah, so you can actually sit them back in a reclining position. That is brilliant. It's got these nice smart alloys. I guess they've had to do a tire job on this one. Yeah, let's do a walk around. Look at these lights. I gotta say, Toyota normally make very bland looking cars, and the Rav4 wasn't known for its looks. But this one looks quite nice. It looks very spaceship style. It's beautiful, isn't it? Tell me in the comment section below what you think. Right, let's get in the front and see what we got here. Oh, it's so windy today. It is so windy. Oh my God, absolutely awful. Okay. Right, the seats are very comfortable. I got to give it that. We're going to take it for a drive in a minute, see how it drives. But yeah, it looks nice. Have a look. Nice big steering wheel. Engine start stop down there. Right, let's see what we got going over here. Look at that. That's interesting. Right, on the right hand side, we got some buttons that I guess, yeah, that's right. It goes through the different functions you have in your driver display. Park assist off, LDA, meter settings. Let's see what that back button does. Let's see what the left does. No messages. Right, stop, start, standard, after start. Okay, these are different settings we got here. Northwest, southeast. That's an American thing. 82 miles to empty. It's averaging 19.7 miles to the gallon. I'll see if I can reset this before I leave because I'm actually driving back to London. So we'll see what kind of miles we do. And on the left, I guess it controls the volume and your phone settings. Right, moving over to the dashboard, I guess. 1 second, was there anything else down here? Yeah, so we got electronically operated mirrors. You can fold them in by pressing that button there and fold them back out again. Electric windows. You can lock the rear windows. It's got memory seats on this car. Isn't it fantastic? It is like a mini, a budget Lexus. Lane departure alert. Steering assist inactive. So you see what happens when I press that? That happens over there. Yeah, it looks nice. Check out this infotainment screen. It is a bit dull. I think it's going to be flashing on the camera, so we'll just go through some of its features. We got physical shortcut buttons on the side. It's got a navigator on this car, but I guess you will see if it has Apple CarPlay in a few minutes. You got physical volume dials and also the climate control, physical buttons. You got automatic climate control, dual zone. Let's turn it off for now. And then further down, we have down here, I don't know if you can see that, it's got heated seats. You got your sport mode, your eco mode, and engine start, stop, off, you know, when you stop and start by traffic. Got a little storage area down there. I guess that's for your phone. I don't know if that's a charger, so let's have a look. My phone doesn't even fit in there. There's another little storage spot over here for an ashtray with a cup holder. Nice and big, very secure. Moving back, we got the gear stick, handbrake, and another cup holder. And then we have the armrest with some storage underneath. There seems to be a little bit of storage over here. And the glove box size is, it's all right, it's nice and deep, good size. Moving further up, you've got a mirror, you've got a sunglasses holder, your light settings, sun visor with a vanity mirror. The light comes on when you open it up. The quality on here feels very, very good. Down here you got this nice soft touch fake leather material with a beautiful stitching that goes all along. Up here is a little bit hard. This is hard plastic, which is kind of rubbish. This is okay. It does feel, although it's hard, it does feel good quality. And on the door you have the same nice soft touch for your arm, but other areas there are hard rubbish plastic. The vents on this car are a little bit interesting. You see on the side we've got these circular vents, but in the middle we've got these straight vertical ones. Let's take it for a little drive and see what it's like. Now, as I said before, I only just picked up this car. I haven't driven it much. The auction house is just there on the right, and I haven't driven it. It's literally my first time getting in the car driving. We got the GoPro here, so as you can see where I'm going. Like all Toyotas, this was expected though. The steering is very numb, but it's very light, it's very easy. The steering wheel feels good, it feels solid, and it's got the hybrid, so it's a CVT gearbox. It's Toyota, Lexus, all the same thing. It's quiet, it's smooth, and you could bet your dollar on it's going to be very, very economical. The ride feels refined. The brakes feel a little bit numb and a little bit harsh, but that could be because it was sitting in the auction house in the car park for a while, so maybe that's why the brakes feel a little bit jerky when you press them. They need getting into, wearing into. No problem picking up speed. Yeah, I like this car. Yes, I know I've only driven it for a couple of minutes, but it's a Toyota, you know it's going to be good. It sounds great. It's from the auction, so yeah, it doesn't have, let me turn off these wipers. It's got the automatic wipers, so it's a little bit oversensitive. We're going to make a right over here, and then I left at the lights. Indicator sounds soft and soothing, but I think one of the best things so far in this car that I like is the comfort. It's got these nice black leather seats. Yeah, it's a very nice place to be. You got this nice big commanding position. You're sitting very high up in this. You know, Toyota, the Rav4 has come such a long way from what it was. It used to be this horrible rubbish the car. I mean, the quality was horrible. The ride was terrible. I had a friend, a few friends that had one over the years. I've been in all the Rav4s through all the generations. But this feels like a budget Lexus. Very, very good quality. Sound. It soaks in those bumps and the potholes so easily. One thing I'm not a big fan of though is the town. It's called Brighouse. It's not very nice. I mean, it's got some interesting looking buildings here, some old buildings, but we are in West Yorkshire, so maybe on the way back to London it'll take us through the Yorkshire Dales. But again, I gotta say, I love the quality of the ride quality. It's such a refined car, and it soaks in the bumps fantastically. Anyway, what I'll do is I'm going to switch off the camera now, and I'll probably switch back on a little bit later as I get closer to London, or if there's anything interesting on the way, I'll pull over, set up the cameras, and continue recording. I'll see you soon. I've been driving this car now for a couple of hours. I'm on the way back to London on the M1. And there were quite a few things that I missed out in my initial assessment of this car, or first impression review kind of thing. But that's exactly what it was. It was a first impression. So it's the first time I got into the car and the first time I checked out its features. And being it was my first time, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what there is. And I might have missed out a few things. So first of all, it's got paddle shift gears on the steering wheel. Why? I'm not so sure. It changes the gears lower, higher, but on this car it doesn't. It's just silly. It's not necessary. The other thing is it's got a reverse camera, which we missed out before, with reverse sensors. It's also got front sensors. What else did I miss out? It's got, the best thing of all, it's got radar cruise control. Now, I'm currently using the radar cruise control. It's set on 70. I'm currently driving about 67, and that's because in front of me, it's got a car. But as soon as I go into the right lane, which I can't do right now, because there's a car coming speeding up next to me, it will speed up. Here we go. Let's go have a look. Going into the right lane, and it's speeding up. Oh, it's brilliant. Radar cruise control should be standard on every single car. So anyway, as I was saying before, I've been driving now for a couple of hours, and I love this car. It's such a brilliant car. If you've been watching me on my channel, you'll know that I'm a big fan of Lexus. I think it's the most underrated luxury car here in the UK and in other places of Europe. In America, it's actually it's up there. But for some reason here in the UK, it's a very underrated car. But this reminds me a lot of the Lexus. It drives effortlessly. It's comfortable. The quality is great. It picks up, it slows down, does everything you want it to do. It's got radar cruise control, so obviously that makes the driving even better. I mean, this car's brilliant. It's got reversing camera. It's got climate control, dual zone as well. You got 12-volt sockets, you got USB sockets, it's got everything. And it doesn't feel like I'm driving a Toyota. It reminds me so much of the Lexus. It's no surprise there, really. But I gotta tell you, I love this car. Very happy for the people that bought it from the auction. They're gonna sell it, make a nice profit. I'm sure it won't stay in the market for long. And with that, I want to thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Like the video, and I'll see you on the next one.